wife actually kind of pointed out that like one of the best parts of the story is how we found the place. And it was, okay, should I just do this?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So we first started, we set up a camp near the roads, and the chimpanzees near the roads were terrified of humans and would flee when we try and approach them. It was very frustrating. But my field assistant, Ligada Faustin, an amazing tracker, he's a Zande, and he basically would go out into the forest on these sort of walkabouts with his family. They basically would mostly do fishing without using fishing line or anything like that. They would dig up the estivating catfish from the mud. So he knew this whole area. He said, Monsieur Cleve, one night by the campfire, we were kind of frustrated with how the chimps were running away from us. This secondary forest was, really difficult to move through and spiny. And he said, about 3 days walk west, there's this place called Gangu. And if you really want to see chimps and you want to see other animals too, you should check that out. Well, we didn't have time then. We were working really hard to try and habituate, get used to human presence, these chimps near the road, and it was just not working. And in fact, we realized we didn't really have the right to take away these chimps' fear of humans, given how unstable the country is. So, a few months later, I said, Monsieur Ligada, let's put your idea to the test. Let's do some transects out into this remote Gangu forest. And indeed, it's a 3 or 4 day walk. Just to get out there across swampland and savanna and then into this deep forest. In that forest, there was no sign of humans. We'd be approached by leopards, mistaking us for pigs. And indeed, as Ligada said, when we would encounter these chimpanzees, the further west we'd go away from the road, the more the chimps would stop running away and actually approach us, sometimes even on the ground, to check us out. Ligada had even said at one point a chimp had come and looked through his backpack. And he was right. And by the time we finally got to the end of the transects, these chimpanzees were something like they are in the Gulago Triangle. These what we call naive chimpanzees, which basically means in the lifespans of the adults, they have not been hunted by humans, and possibly they never have. And so basically, it's always really good to listen to, your local field assistants, the wise elders of the region, because they know those forests better than we ever can. Et voila.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure. Sorry. It's pretty nerdy of me, I know, but okay. That's it.
I think these kind of details, this is exactly what the podcast was meant to do, to give researchers, a chance to show everybody else what they do and kind of help transport people to the field so they can get a glimpse into what, this reporting that we do all the time, what is it really like for the people doing the research.
Awesome.
Science.
All right. Hey, thanks so much. And I appreciate you letting me share that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks, Cleve.
All right. Take care. Good idea, Peps.
Did you record?
I think so. It turns off and that confuses me. It didn't do that last